Yes, sir.
Earlier problems we have not considered the timing as a variable. We just have considered only 3 coordinates. So if the solid has rectangular faces means it may have the coordinates like x comma y comma and z. If the solid has cylindrical coordinates means, so the variables we have considered as r and the circumferential direction theta and height direction z. So if it is the spherical coordinate systems means r radius, one circumferential direction, another azimuth angle direction. So along these directions, what was the temperature distribution equation we have discussed? We have not considered the temperature variation with respect to timing. So now, if you consider so that change of temperature in the solid, even by considering the timing effect also, that means temperature dependent transient heat conduction problems are transient heat conduction. That is, transient heat conduction means is a conduction problem which is dependent on even the fourth variable called as timing along with the regular coordinates. Along with the regular coordinates. Suppose in a solid, considering all coordinates like x comma y comma z, r theta phi and r theta and z. Along with them, even when you consider the fourth variable as timing also, solving such a problem has become very, very difficult. So analytically, that means using relations, known relations cannot be solved. We should go for using numerical methods to solve the conduction problems with the inclusion of 4 variables, that is x comma y comma z for the Cartesian coordinate systems along with the fourth variable as the timing. So that means very, very difficult as more number of variables are included into that of this solid distribution. So then, what is this transient heat conduction problem in the present discussion? So we assume that there is no heat transfer or there is no change of temperature along the coordinates. There is the change of temperature only with respect to timing we consider. How is it practically possible? Suppose if the solid of different dimensions are there, all the dimensions, the temperature change will be observed. How do we say that the temperature along all coordinates will be same? So that is when the solid has negligible internal resistance. Negligible internal resistance means conduction resistance, that is solid is purely, so only conduction mode of heat transfer will take place. Within the, when internal resistance or conduction resistance is neglected or negligible when compared to the external resistance. External resistance means when solid is kept in the atmosphere or some kind of fluid medium, it will engage with the medium. So when solid is kept in the medium means then the heat transfer will commences between solid and the medium. We assume that there is no change of temperature along the coordinates, only there is the temperature change with respect to timing. So that means we have already solved one-dimensional conduction problems. So that is, we have completely provided the solution. Similarly, here also we are neglecting the temperature change along the coordinates. Only we assume that temperature change is happening with respect to timing. With respect to timing. So we assume that along all coordinates the temperature remains same. But practically under what situations that is practically possible? So that is, so only when do you say that a solid will have the temperature change purely based on the timing? Is not depending on coordinates means. So if a solid has negligible internal resistance or conduction resistance, so then all the times the solid will have constant temperature. What does it mean by, see, for a solid of one-dimensional conduction, what is the conductive resistance we have considered? For a solid of one-dimensional conduction, Q equal to Ka by L into temperature difference we have. Is it not? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ka by L into temperature difference. If that is rearranged as Q equal to delta T by something, whatever the left out quantity is there. If you bring to denominator, the denominator quantity is considered to be resistance. What is that resistance for the conduction is already we have seen as L by Ka. What is L by Ka is conductive resistance, which is nothing but internal resistance. In our case, present case, we are saying it as, we are saying that this has to become 0. So L by Ka to become 0. For a solid, thickness cannot be considered as 0. Area cannot be considered as 0. Then what is possible to consider L by Ka to become 0? Only possibility is K to become infinity for the solid. So L by Ka means K when becomes infinity, then what will become L by K? When K becomes infinity, infinity means 1 by 0.
0, sir.
Numerator
0, sir.
what will happen? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Yeah.
Negligible internal resistance means, what do you mean by that? So a solid will have infinite thermal conductivity. So is it practically possible for any solid to have infinite thermal conductivity? Practically not possible. Practically not possible.
not possible.
See, that is the meaning of, suppose if a solid is exposed to some kind of medium of different temperature. Solid is purely at one temperature. So you see this case. Suppose this is the solid, random shaped solid is exposed to some kind of medium. This is exposed to some kind of medium. Therefore, it will have convective heat transfer coefficient of H, and also so the fluid medium temperature is T infinity. So the area of the solid body is A, and initially the whole solid is at a temperature of T, and the solid has the volume of V, density of and the initial temperature of the solid is Ti, and the mass of the solid is K. That is what we have considered. So now the solid is exposed to a kind of medium, that is medium of temperature T infinity. Therefore, between the solid and the medium, convective heat transfer will come into existence. Is it not? When solid comes in contact with the fluid medium, convective heat transfer will start to be commenced. Is it not?
Yes, sir.
So when do you say that solid will have uniform temperature all the times? So when solid has in contact with surrounding medium, there will be the convective heat transfer. Therefore, convective resistance will be there, 1 by HA. So within the solid, what will be there? L by Ka will be there. So we are saying that when compared to external resistance or convective resistance, the internal resistance, that is nothing but conductive resistance, should become 0. Should become 0 means L by Ka should become 0. L by Ka is becoming 0 means, so when is it practically possible? When is it practically possible? Solid of having
infinity unnappudu sir.
Practically, is it possible for any solid to assume infinite thermal conductivity? Not possible.
No sir.
Then which is considered to be transient heat conduction problems. So the solid will have definitely some amount of thermal conductivity. Never it will become infinite thermal conductivity. When that is not equal to infinite thermal conductivity, internal resistance cannot be neglected. So when internal resistance cannot be neglected, not only temperature variation will depend on timing, also with respect to positions, coordinates also the temperature will vary. So then when do you say that the temperature variation purely depends on timing, it does not depend on any coordinates? That means with respect to coordinates, it should not vary. So when is it practically possible? So practical, yes, the solid of having finite thermal conductivity or small thermal conductivity, solids have so higher surface areas when compared to their volumes. If the solids of having finite thermal conductivity, if the surface areas are much larger than that of their volumes. For example, a paper like solid, if you take it, A4 size paper like solid, if you take it, initially when exposed to fluid medium, that solid A4 size solid will be of at single temperature. Let us suppose T suffix I, initial temperature Ti I am assuming. What is the surface area for the A4 sheet?
L into B, sir.
It has length, it has width. Two sides it has. So 2 times of A
Yes,
length into width. What about the volume of the A4 sheet?
L into B into 1, sir.
Almost negligible.
Thickness కూడా consider.
There is no thickness, therefore the volume becomes negligible. So, but
Yes, sir.
A4 size solid thin sheets like that, if you consider, even though their thermal conductivities are not infinity, they have finite values also. When surface areas are much larger than their volumes, then suppose, so a A4 sheet of some temperature, when exposed to medium of some other temperature, the whole A4 sheet will change its temperature uniquely. Or same way it will change the temperature, is it not?
Yes, sir.
There will not be any change of temperature at different thickness values. Why? Because thickness is very negligible when compared to length and width dimensions. So the surface areas are much larger in this case, and volumes are very negligible. But the thermal conductivity may be of something. It may have 50, it may have 100, depending upon the material, sheet of the material we have considered. If it is aluminum sheet, if it is copper sheet, if it is zinc sheet, so different thermal conductivity may have, even though their values are smaller. So practically, which situations we consider them as lumped system analysis or transient heat conduction systems means the solid of having negligible internal resistance compared to external resistance. Internal resistance here is nothing but the conductive resistance. External resistance is nothing but the convective resistance. When compared to convective resistance, conductive resistance must be equal to 0 for any of the solid. All those solids will have uniform temperature at all the times. So when that is exposed to that of the fluid medium and when started to transfer the heat from the solid to medium, at different timings the solid will have different temperatures. These problems we consider them as lumped system analysis problems or one-dimensional transient heat conduction problems. One-dimensional means even timing is also considered to be one variable, otherwise one dimension also we consider that as. So one-dimensional conduction heat transfer problems, when do they consider as lumped system analysis means a solid of having higher surface areas when compared to their volumes, then what will happen? So at all the times, the solid will exhibit uniform temperature. At all the times, the solid will exhibit uniform temperature. When that is exposed to a medium of some other temperature, when heat transfer commences between them, so uniformly the surface changes. Uniformly, the surface changes its temperature. There will not be any difference of temperature at different locations. That is what is this example is shown here. You see, a copper ball initially is, so that is heated to some temperature, let us suppose 70 degrees in a oven. So entire of the solid is at 70 degrees centigrade. It is not changing at different radius values, different temperatures, it is not possessing. At all these positions, so the uniform temperature is maintained. This is the case. We consider it as lumped system analysis or transient heat conduction problems. Lump, what do you mean by lump? At any particular time also, the heat capacity. What is heat capacity? We call it as mass into specific heat for the solid. Mass into specific heat. So the mass of the solid, copper ball will be of something m, and specific heat of the copper ball will be C. So what is the product of small m into small c is capital C, that is called as heat capacity. At any particular time of observation also, the heat capacity possessed by the solid, this one, we call it as one lump. One lump are nothing but the energy pocket. Energy pocket we call. Lump is nothing but one energy quantum. One energy quantum, that is nothing but one lump. The lump value equal to rho CV. What is rho into V? Rho is the density of the solid. V is volume. So density means kg per meter cube into meter cube. That is nothing but mass. Rho into V is nothing but mass into C. So rho CV is nothing but the heat capacity of the solid we have considered. So M into C is nothing but the heat capacity. So this will have constant at a particular time. When this is exposed to some other medium of T infinity temperature, when started to transfer heat, then continuously, suppose if it is receiving heat from the fluid means continuously the heat capacity in the solid will increase. Suppose if it is losing the heat to the ambient means, so it will the amount of heat capacity will be decreased continuously at different timings. Different heat capacities will be there. So in the solid, at any particular time also, the heat capacity possessed by the solid, we call it as one lump. So one lump is nothing but rho CV. So this lump will change only with respect to timing. Upon losing or upon receiving heat either from the fluid or to the fluid, so the heat capacity will change. The temperature also accordingly will change. That is what is this last line I am showing here. The last line I am showing here is so this last line. So it is purely a function of temperature only. This is what is purely a function of temperature. So why it is? So it doesn't depend on any coordinates. At all the times along the coordinates, temperature remains same. When the surface areas are much larger compared to their volumes, so it will vary only with respect to timing. These kind of problems we say them as lumped heat conduction problems or lumped system analysis problems. So a solid in which the temperature purely changes with respect to timing. The small t represents the time, capital T represents the temperature. So temperature changes purely with respect to timing. So that is what is the case. Okay. So that is what is the case. The same thing I have explained here also. Let us see. So this also will be, let us take this slide. Hello. This is what is the solid body having mass of M, having volume V, density of rho, and initial temperature of Ti. So that is exposed to a fluid medium of temperature. Exposed to fluid medium, between the surface and the fluid medium, convective heat transfer coefficient also will be existed. Convective heat transfer coefficient. So that is there, you see. Convective heat transfer coefficient is there. Is it not? So this is what is convective heat transfer coefficient is there. Okay. So then upon transfer of heat from this solid to surrounding medium, what will happen when energy balance is done? The heat lost by the solid to the medium, that is equal to HA into, so T infinity minus T. T infinity minus T. T, what is T? At any particular moment of time, the temperature possessed by the solid is capital T. What is T infinity is, at that particular moment, the surrounding fluid temperature is T infinity. So that is the amount of heat transferred from the solid to surrounding medium equal to HA into T infinity minus T. That is equal to, so then what will happen upon losing the heat from the solid to medium? There is a decrease in internal energy. What is the decrease in internal energy? mCp into dt by dt. mCp into dt by dt. So that is what is the energy balance when applied here. So when solid is exposed to a medium of T infinity temperature, the heat lost by the solid equal to, in the form of convection. So some heat is getting lost from the solid means internal energy within the solid is getting decreased. So what is the internal energy decreased here is mCp into dt by dt. So those terms are, that is what is energy balance is done. So heat lost in the form of convection from the solid to surrounding medium is equal to decrease in internal energy. So heat lost by the solid to the medium means HA into T infinity minus T. So internal energy drop MC into dt by dt. So that is what. So these terms are rearranged. These terms are rearranged, nothing more than that. So I have written what I have written here is mass I have replaced. I have rearranged these terms dt by dt equal to HA by MC dt by T infinity minus T I have taken dt by T infinity minus T, that is variable separable method, mathematics you might have studied. Okay, so dt by this T terms I have taken to right hand side and the MCT also I have taken to left hand side, and then so dt by this one and the what is left what is considered on the right hand side is HA by MCP into dt. HA by MCP into dt. MC means rho into V. That is mass. So that is what I have written. So when integration is performed over this equation, what is that we can get? So dt by T means ln of T. So logarithmic temperature. So ln of T equal to, then what is this we can get? This is all constant. Integral of dt means T we are getting. Some integration constant also will appear. How do you eliminate that integration constant? C1 equal to C on equalizing the energy balance between the solid and the surrounding medium. This is the first equation we are getting. So then by rearranging the terms, so dt terms we have taken to one side, small dt terms we have taken to other side, right hand side, variable separable method. Upon integration, so ln of this equal to, so this is all constant, is all properties. So only integral dt equal to T plus some integration constant will come. So how do you eliminate that integration constant here is, so using the, so that is initial condition we call it as. So we have already discussed boundary conditions and initial conditions. So what do you mean by initial conditions? So before the solid is exposed to the medium, what was the temperature prevailed within the solid? Before it is exposed to the medium, what was the temperature possessed by the solid? So that is nothing but initial temperature we call it as. What is that initial temperature is? So that is equal to Ti. What is that initial temperature we have assumed is Ti. That initial temperature we have assumed is Ti. This is the, so T equal to 0, that is initial condition at which temperature within the solid equal to Ti. That is what is the initial condition we call it as. Very, very important. As a 2 marks question, it will be important. What is initial condition? What are boundary conditions? Boundary conditions are nothing but the temperature conditions or heat flux conditions specified over the boundaries. So what is initial condition means? At 0 time of observation, what is the temperature observed? What is the temperature observed within the solid? What is the temperature observed within the solid? So that is nothing but the initial condition. At T equal to 0, that means before exposure to surrounding medium, temperature existed in the solid is Ti. So now using this condition, that integration constant can be eliminated. So accordingly, what is that we have got? So T minus T infinity. What is this T? Temperature at any time of T within the solid. Temperature at any time of T within the solid minus, so surroundings temperature. This is initial temperature minus surroundings temperature. That is equal to, what is that we can? Ln, this is natural log. So from the definition of logarithm, what can be written? Ln of A equal to something means this can be written as e power of this equal to this, e power of this equal to this. So that same way, what is that is written? E to the power. So ln of base means natural log. What is the base for the natural log is E. So therefore, this ratio is equal to e to the power whole right hand side term. So that is what is the right hand side term? E to the power minus the B value is HA by rho CV into T. So this is what is the temperature distribution in a lumped heat transient heat conduction problem. What is this equation? It is telling you temperature at any time within the solid. If you want to know temperature at any time within the solid, if you want to know, minus fluid temperature divided by initial temperature within the solid minus fluid temperature equal to exponential of minus what is B? HA by rho Cp into T. HA by rho Cv into T. That is the meaning. So this also is written as another way. So this also is written as in terms of two non-dimensional numbers called as Biot number and Fourier number. Biot number and Fourier number. So what is the significance of Biot number and Fourier number? What is the significance of Biot number and Fourier number is this whole term. You see, this term can be written as, if you see this equation, this whole can be rearranged as product of two non-dimensional numbers. They are nothing but the Biot number and the Fourier number. So what is this Biot number? You see Biot number equal to less than 0.1. Biot number equal to less than 0.1. We say that the transient heat conduction problem as lumped system analysis. Lumped system analysis. What is Biot number now? What is Biot number? You see Biot number equal to HL by K. HL by K. Biot number is defined as HL by K. This is heat transfer coefficient. This is thickness of the solid. This is K is the thermal conductivity. So by rearranging these terms, what way we can rearrange is also written as L by Ka divided by 1 by Ha. What is L by Ka here? That is internal resistance. Internal resistance. Otherwise, conductive resistance. What is 1 by Ha? This is external resistance or convective resistance. 1 by Ha is convective resistance. L by Ka is internal resistance. So you see here L by Ka divided by 1 by Ha. This is same as that of HL by K. So that is the ratio between internal resistance to external resistance. To say any conduction problem as lumped heat transfer problem means this Biot number should be less than 0.1 we are saying. If Biot number is less than 0.1, if Biot number is less than 0.1 means almost zero, that is. So Biot number is less than 0.1. So that means almost zero. So that means internal resistance by external resistance is zero. So internal resistance by external resistance equal to zero means internal resistance is almost negligible. So that is why, so Biot number physically, if it is less than 0.1, all such conduction problems are considered to be one-dimensional transient heat conduction problems or lumped heat transfer problem, lumped heat conduction problems, we say them as. So that is the meaning. So that is the significance of Biot number. Biot number value, if it is less than 0.1, we say that all such conduction problems will come under transient heat conduction problems. All such problems will come under transient heat conduction problems. So that is what I have mentioned here. If you see this, if you write reverse way, rho Cv by Ha, if you write it, rho Cv by in this equation, if you reverse this rho Cv by Ha, that whole ratio will have the units of time. The reciprocal of this whole thing will have the units of time. So that is nothing but seconds. So this is otherwise also is called as, so time constant we call it as time constant. Rho Cv by Ha we call it as time constant. So this is the variation drawn between timing versus temperature. The increase of timing, so there is time constant. So with the increase of time constant, what will happen? Temperature approaches to fluid medium. So this is not required for you at this moment. Only for research while doing only will be useful. So you must know only up to this relation and this relation only, and you must know the importance of this value, that is rho CV by HA. So that is nothing but will have the same units of time, and that one we call it as time constant. We call this ratio rho CV by HA as time constant. We call it as time constant. So for the estimation of temperature, see here, this is not depending on any coordinates. It is depending purely on timing. So the temperature at any time t, so this is what is. So temperature at any time t minus fluid temperature, this is already known. Initial temperature before exposure to medium minus fluid temperature, and E equal to e power minus bt. Small t is timing. Suppose, so initially if the solid has some temperature, after exposing to some medium of some temperature, after a time of 10 minutes, what may be the temperature within the solid to get it? We use this equation. We use this equation. We use this equation. Is it okay? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
We
Yes, sir.
discuss further in the next class. So it is also saying that it has to be extended. Network is getting problem.